So when you buy mushrooms from the store in these little containers, they get moldy really fast. So a tip that I could give you to save them longer is to put them in a brown paper bag. You just pour them in there. Don't wash them first. You want to wash them before you use them. You just close them up and put them in your refrigerator. The brown paper bag will keep them longer because it absorbs some of that moisture instead of it just being in a plastic container. So there you go. So a tip on keeping your cilantro for probably weeks at a time is take it out of the container. Sometimes I cut the bottoms off, sometimes I don't. I don't think it really makes a difference. Get you a jar or a cup or any kind of container and fill it up probably about halfway with water. Take your cilantro, pop it in there, and then you want a full top bag or some kind of Ziploc bag. Open it up and pop it right over the top. This will stay in the refrigerator for weeks. Just make sure you put something plastic over there. If you just put it in water, it's going to dry out on top. So the plastic will keep all the moisture inside. There you go. Hope you enjoyed. So here's another tip on how to keep your fruits nice and fresh. They last like twice as long in here. Now, if you keep them in these little containers, they'll mold really fast. They'll get squishy and gross. The kids already ate half of these before I could even put them in the jars. But you take a glass jar, you put a paper towel inside, and you pour your fruit inside. There you go. Don't wash it yet. You want to wash it right before you use them. Make sure you wash them very well. These are raspberries. You can do this with grapes. You can do this with blueberries. You can do it with strawberries. Any kind of berries. You don't want to do it with like bananas or apples or anything, but any kind of berries really, or grapes. And then you put the lid on top. I'm reusing these lids from some canning that I did, but here you go. So these containers are really great for like little greenhouses. You fill them up with soil. They already have drainage holes for you. You fill them like halfway up with soil and you plant your seeds in here whenever you plant indoors. And then put them in a windowsill and your plants will grow. And once they've kind of outgrown the container, you transplant them into the garden or in pots. So use what you have. So here is another tip on how to keep kale or baby spinach fresher longer. So I take a container. This one we're going to see if it's big enough. I get a paper towel and I put it in there. And then I'll put, usually I do baby spinach, but this time I decided to buy kale. So I will put the kale in here, as much as I can stuff in. And the paper towel just acts as like a moisture absorber, and it really does keep it fresher longer, instead of it just all getting wet and gross in the bag. So I put it in here, pop the lid on, and put it in the refrigerator, and it will last twice as long.